No collar is what must maintain all the way through the horn. I won't even take a breath here. Nice and loose. If you were here and you had your fingers on my abdominal wall, you won't feel a thing activate. Congratulations on wanting to take the shortcut to easier brass playing. G'day, Greg Spence here from Mystery to Mastery and Windworks. This week's Sunday sessions is going to be an absolute ripper. We're talking about what I call the collar. We've got the collar around here. We've got a necktie that's a noose. Have you ever felt when you're playing that feeling of tightness? And we think of your highest note, you go to play it, does everything tighten up? I see it everywhere, and even a couple of students this week were like, I'm losing resonance as I go higher. And I'm saying to them that there are, if we've got the whole concept of the body's concert hall down, open in the chest, nothing engaged anywhere throughout the system, there's a feeling attached to that. Okay, so if we can guarantee, everything's open, what are the other options? What are the other interferences or obstructions that there can be to the sound? Either the tongue's in the wrong position in the mouth, or the lips are providing a resistance. There are a lot of methods around that really focus on forming an embouchure. Now, whilst we have to do that, generally it's done with a psychology of pinch the chops down, okay, versus what I call the bed sheet, the milk spout, and I talk about the aperture corners to get the air through. And one of the massive things that I talk about is actually imagine the sound coming back in, because the instrument's already got air into it. We're providing the energy, and all we're doing is creating an oscillation in the airstream, and the lips actually respond to that oscillation of the air column rather than trying to make the sound with the lips. So bottom line is, at some way, just generally around the fourth space E, in fact, that things start to just tighten up a little bit. And I work on everything. We start off just passively using the expanded body, turning that into energy, turning that into sound. Air in, no blow. Then as we go up, when we start to engage the abdominal muscles, as we do, we've got to create more energy. So people call it compression. Now, the psychology of compression can encourage all of this collar tightness that I'm talking about. Whilst there is compression in the air, we don't want the feeling of compression. So everything I teach is about the feeling. So if I can get you to recognize that the collar here, the tightness here, is because we don't understand what's going on inside the mouthpiece cup. We pinch down, we blow too hard. So if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, the Sunday sessions this week is all about the collar and how to unlock all of that strain and stress in the system to get rid of this internal compression that we think that we have to play with, right? So I've spent the last 3 months in the Sunday sessions talking about every single part of the anatomy, the way the brain learns, and neurology, really fast way of learning, how to let go of anything that we don't need to use until we do need it. So if you're having problems with your playing, why is that, and why haven't we fixed it? What isn't working? And it doesn't matter what level of play you are. If you're a pro player but you're having inconsistencies or whatever, why is there inconsistency? If you're a beginner or intermediate player and you want to get better, why aren't you getting better? What I teach isn't meant to replace the Arbens, Schlossberg, Stamps, Gordon, all that stuff. What it is an understanding of the mechanics and a psychology of how the system works based on the feeling of efficient playing. And when you understand these simple steps of body resonance, generally, as we start going up each harmonic, and everything starts to tighten. When you understand what needs to happen in the cup and we keep the body cool and we don't pinch down vertically, what I want to teach you and what I'm going to cover in depth in the Sunday sessions this week is how the aperture corners work, how to spot when you start going from efficient, resonant, open, easy playing to trumpet's hard work, you have to buzz, you have to blow. That's where it all starts to break down. So my teaching is meant to accompany you no matter what method you're working on. So approach the ink of these books with an understanding that I'm teaching, rather than reading the ink and thinking that's going to get you to the next stage. And how many of you have tried this book and then this book, and that book's going to help and that book's going to help, and you read the ink? The second that you read the ink, you're using your 1.0 brain and you're going to get the same results. And I know that I experienced that for years and years and years and years and years and years and didn't get anywhere no matter how much practice I was doing. So I needed to figure out how the system works. And it turns out that the feeling of easy playing is the most efficient playing, and that's what got me all over the instrument. And it's really counterintuitive. So if you're not prepared to be open-minded and accept something that's going to feel different and uncomfortable, this is not going to work for you, because you're going to just want to keep doing the same thing. But if you're open to some new ideas and you're stuck and you actually want to learn to improve, why am I hitting that ceiling? Why is my throat clicking? Why is my jaw bouncing? Why am I having all these issues with my playing and I've got ceilings that you shouldn't have? Everyone's got the capacity to play whatever they want on the instrument. And recently someone said range is limited by your genes. And it's like, no, there is a simple system of body roll. We're creating energy from the breath and converting it to sound. If we stay efficient, we don't need to activate outside the rim anywhere near as much as people think. We've got our sound system here, and this no collar is what must maintain all the way through the horn. I won't even take a breath here. Nice and loose. If you were here and you had your fingers on my abdominal wall, you won't feel a thing activate. Because for short notes, you don't need to. For long, loud notes, the body gets involved. And that might already have made half of you switch this video off. But if you're prepared to learn something new, to make your playing easier, to get past your range limits or open your sound up, mainly this is about resonance. In fact, the collar stops what I call the body's concert hall from being open, rich and resonant. But if what I've said to you today sounds like something that might be interesting, I implore you to either come and watch it live if you can, and you can ask questions, you can get involved, or you can sit in the background, or you can watch it afterwards. We've got a support network and you can go back and watch all the videos that I was talking about. Now, because a lot of you go, this guy's nuts, or it doesn't sound like something I've heard before, I hear that all the time. That's my life. So if you're thinking that, come along and check it out and see, yep, I'm truly nuts, or, gee whiz, there's something in what this guy's saying that's actually really helpful. And you might have seen one video or two videos. It's not until you put the whole thing together that you start and get beyond your playing ceilings. I see this every day of my life. What I'm going to share with you, you won't have heard anywhere else, and you won't read in these books. They don't go into it, and they can't. They don't have videos attached. So if you want this, it's not going to cost you anything. You can't even buy it. Come along, sign up now, just go below and fill out your details. You get invited to the entire Windworks course, not just the session, but step by step. I will show you every step of the way what to do. Not only that, I'll give you the tools to self-diagnose what you're doing wrong, things that you didn't even realize you were doing. I guarantee you will find things in your playing that you didn't realize that you were doing that are holding you back. I can guarantee it right now. If I get you to do this, no blow, relax body, release the air, that's what playing should feel like. Most of you will go, this guy's nuts. You can't play like that until you do. That's what I do. Okay, so if you're remotely curious, fill out your details before. Of course, we need to verify your identity and set up a profile for you. So you've got to fill in your details below. That's the easy bit, right? Then come along. If you want to organise a chat with me, we can do that. It won't cost you anything. A free playing assessment to see if what I do will help you. You can upload a video, I call it the snapshot, of your playing, and I will look at it and go, hey, try this, try this, try this. And if you have a look at the videos below, you'll see the way that I can help people. And they had a lot bigger playing problems than what you've got. So if you're interested in learning some new information and discovering why you're plagued with these issues that you've probably had for a long time, you can have the session on the collar on Sunday. You can have access to the entire Windworks course, which goes through from pedal C to double C, how to do it easily, efficiently, consistently, without hitting these obstructions and ceilings. And if you get to the end of the 7 days and go, I've got as much as I need now, I can go away and work on it on my own, well done. Well done for coming in and checking it out and learning new things. If you want my ongoing help, hang around. Come for a month, come for 3 months, come for a year. The longer you stay, the cheaper it is. And in 12 months' time, you will not believe the player that you will become. It's entirely up to you. We might not be a good fit, we might be a great fit, but you won't know until you come in and give it a try. So I hope to see you on one of the sessions on Sunday. There is absolutely no risk, no obligation. I'm covering the cost of it for you. Come in and sit there. Open the mind, open the body, open the sound up, and you'll learn some things that you've never considered. And I've done this with some of the best players in the world, and they go, wow, why didn't I know that before? So I'm here to share it with you if you'd like to know. This is what I do. I was a professional touring player around the world for 25 years. And whilst I still do a couple of gigs, occasionally play lead with James Morrison out the front in a big band, or play with Ministry of Sound, just different gigs that come along. I still do them, but I've stepped back from playing to run this academy, to share everything that I learnt, because I was on the brink of giving up playing. It was driving me crazy that I couldn't play like my heroes, and I've broken it down in a way that you won't believe. So if that sounds enticing to you, don't hesitate. Take the plunge, as I keep hearing. Greg, I've watched your videos for the last 2 years and I decided to take the plunge. Well done. Thank you. And then you'll realize what I've got to offer. So I hope to see you on one of the sessions. I hope to see you in the course. And I hope to see a video from you if you would like to submit one. Book a free assessment if you'd like me to chat and see what you're doing. I'll look at your playing and fix your biggest problem. I'll do it there and then. It won't cost you a cent. We're here as a brass community to help people get better results. If you want to get better results, that's what we do, and that's what I'll do for you. Hope to see you soon. Have a great day.